welcome back to my channel. We have a special guest Pog here from little Jade's room with parental consent because he's still a minor. And today I thought I'd do a video which I did at some point last year, which was basically just like how to be organised and not be an idiot, essentially, with a bit more YouTuber-y language in the title, but like how to organise yourself for uni, anything I've changed since first year. So I'll put the video in the cards, which I think is around here, but basically I'm just going to go through how I'm organising stuff for first year. Oh, I can do my folder organisation as well actually, and like how I'm doing that so you don't miss deadlines and you don't fail modules when it actually counts. First thing I think is the most obvious thing, planner. You always need an academic planner. This year I've gone for a week per page, not a day per page. That was a mistake. But again, I mentioned this in my stationery haul like over a year ago. Could not find these planners anywhere. I did not find one until halfway through July, and my last academic planner ran out in June. So that was not great, but literally just, you know, you just write things in it. It's not very hard. Because it's not day per page, I split my week in half. I'll show you a page that's empty because I can't be exposing my schedule. But like here, if I was gonna write something on Monday, I would basically split that in half. This side is like tutoring, non-academic, and then this side is academic. So this side would be all my modules, like any lectures I've got, anything I'm doing that day. And then this side would be tutoring, appointments, what else do I do? Hair washing. I write my hair washing in my planner because I am special. What else do I do? Anything social I might do. And then everything that goes in my planner is colour coded, as it should be. So if you ever see like stuff hanging here, this is basically my useful organisation stuff. So I have this literally just revision card with all of my colour coding. So anytime I see this colour, it is instantly that module. So pink is social psych. So anytime I see pink in my planner, it's social psych. Blue is language and memory. Yellow is intro to health. Green is research methods, and orange is careers advice, which I kind of wasted a colour on that. We don't have any modules, like any lectures on that. But basically, like if I go back to like a while ago, this is all just purple, which means it was all just tutoring. I also, because I used to have to book into the gym, I did that in pink because I didn't have social psych at that time, but now you don't have to book into the gym, so I don't have to write that in. But it basically just helps to organise my planner. Like I can open up the next week and know exactly, like everything on the left is non-academic, everything on the right is academic. I do write in my hair washing because I just have to. And then like even just like small things like cancel prep, I mean that should be in red because anything red is always a deadline. Like what I would do if I have a deadline for one of these modules is I'll put the module code, so let's say it's social psych 2003, and then I put like journal due in, the psych 2003 journal highlighted in pink, the due in red, which means I know that there's a social psych deadline on that date. So I just put all of my deadlines in here so I can just flick through like and always just like look even just like the next 2 weeks ahead and know exactly what's happening. I know that a lot of people rely on like their online timetables and stuff, but that's not for me. I use the timetable on my phone when I'm at lectures, so I don't have to like carry my planner around, but like when I'm just sat here, if I got a text that was like, are you free on this day, I can check. Like with your academic planner, it's just more convenient. Like it's just an at-home thing though. I don't take it anywhere, and I would not take it anywhere because I have an app for tutoring, so I know when all my tutoring is roughly if I was out and really needed to like book something. And I've also got the My Southampton app which has my timetable on it, so again I know roughly when I'm busy. You can I don't know what everyone's timetable looks like in terms of the website, but like you can sync your timetable to your Google Calendar and your Microsoft Calendar. So mine syncs to my Microsoft Calendar, which means that if I logged in on my laptop today, it will open up and say, you know, reminder, tomorrow 9 till 10 you have this. That's quite helpful. And then with Google Calendar, kind of superior. But like on your phone, mine will tell me you need to leave now to get to this lecture if you're going to walk. So like I've put in my address on Google, it knows where all my lectures are because I've just imported the data file essentially, and it will tell you like, oh, you need to leave now, you need to leave in 20 minutes, and that's quite helpful if you if you don't want to write things down and you're more of a phone person, go for that. Another thing that I am still in love with, post-it notes. Don't know why, I really like them. I don't like memo pads because I like being able to, I like the stick essentially, because sometimes I can just stick things like up here. But yeah, post-it notes, I have one for tutoring, one for general things. So anything on my orange is like a note that I'll take during a tutoring session that I need to write down somewhere or I just need to remember. Like the stuff on here currently I need to know for today, and then I'm done. And then that will get ripped off. This is currently on YouTube planning, but sometimes it will just be like I won't rip the top one off, but I'll just like flick under, write my to-do list, or flick under, write my list for Aldi. I do actually want a to-do list pad. I do want a to-do list pad, but I can't really be bothered to get one. So yeah, that may or may not happen. And then, kind of linked to that is again, like, I colour code my journals as well. So this is, I bought these in Asda, they're just like the pucker pad ones. I have blue for tutoring, and I have pink for YouTube. So I just leave them open on the page that I'm needing. So on my YouTube page, it's currently on video ideas, but I just have like, it's just used for planning essentially. And then my tutoring notebook just has, at the start, it has all the resources that I've got. So everything that like if someone asked me, oh, can you teach me Macbeth? I can flick to this page, English Literature AQA, and know that I've got Macbeth. So I know I can do that. And then I've basically got like individual student pages, and then I kind of eventually just gave up on that, and I now start doing like week commencing whatever the week is, and then the name of the student and what we're doing that week, because I like to see things physically. I know a lot of people like Excel spreadsheets. That's not for me at all. Then I have these, which I love. I made these myself because why not? What I've basically got is like a checklist for all of my modules. So I've got 2 sheets of this, the other one is here, and it basically just has the module name and code, colour coded again, so I know it's pink social psych. All of the topics that we've got. I could do it like per week, but I'm not interested. And then down the side, I basically have like a list of boxes to check. So doing the pre-recorded content, doing any reading, making notes, attending the lecture, and I did put one for revision because I thought we'd have in-person exams, but we don't, so I'm not going to revise. And then I've basically got the exam and like how it's assessed. So I know if I look at this, social psych, I've got 18% journal entries, 80% final exam, and we don't have dates for that yet, so I can't put dates in. And I can basically just look at this and know how far I've got. So I know that I've done this week for social psych, I've done this week for research methods, I'm 2 weeks ahead on health psych, and I'm 2 weeks ahead on memory. So I know that they're all done. Then I thought I'd talk quickly about like finance. So my finance organisation is literally the same as it was last year. And I did do a video on, I didn't do a video on like how I manage my money, but I've done a few videos on like what I spent per term. And I'll literally just somewhere insert a picture of what my finance tracker looks like. Literally just not an Excel, that's an exam board, an Excel spreadsheet, Google Sheets, and I just put the amount of money of my student loan, the amount of money spent on accommodation, any like monthly outgoings, so I've got £30 every month that comes out. Then I divided what was left over by 52 until my next student loan comes in, so I've got like £66 a week or something, and I just put every single week down, and then I write what I spent, and then if it's like more than normal, I write what I spent it on. So like if it's more than like £20, which is just kind of a food shop and extra bits, then I'll put what I spent it on so I don't get confused. And then I also have a like a side column for income, which will basically just be what I'm earning that semester, that term, that chunk of time essentially. So I'll basically just have all of my streams of income, and then I'll put in the money that I earn from them. So that is finances, that is kind of other stuff. I'm gonna I'm gonna get my folders now. So now that we actually have like uni, I guess, I have actual folders and stuff. If you've seen my other videos, you've seen the where the frick am I. It's basically just my where I am in lectures, because I don't know where half of these buildings are. I think I've now located all of them. No, I've still not been in one of these buildings. 2 of them. But I now know roughly where I'm going all the time. So I still take this with me, I take this with me. I've got a copy of it on my phone as well, but like, I sometimes just like having a map. You know, notepad, that's not really organisation. And then my folders, my mini, what are these called? Are those plastic wallets? Popper wallets? These things, I basically just have one per module that I'm doing. So the stuff for that week, I'll put into the topic. So like for health psych, I don't have any lectures this week on the content, so I'm not putting anything in there. But like as soon as next week starts on Monday, I'll put the content in here, so I know for the intro to health psych lectures, all I need is this folder. And I basically just do that for all 4 of them. I've only had 2 weeks of uni, but it works, does the job. It just means I don't lose any of my like documents essentially. We then have the actual folder. This is quite full. I'm now thinking I'm going to need 2 for uni for 2nd year, like 1 per semester rather than 1 per year, because there's not much space left. But I basically just have organisers, file dividers, like this one's broken, so I can take it out. I don't recommend this actually, or at least I don't recommend Wilco ones because they suck. Yeah, I mean that doesn't really help me. So, but I've got colour coding so I still know when I'm going on to the next module. So like the first thing I have is the module schedule, which is kind of similar to my sheets up here, which basically says, you know, on October the 4th we did Introducing Social Psych and Methodology, that was chapters 1 and 2 of the textbook, and then it has all of our deadlines down the side. So this is the first folder wallet of social psych, and then I will just have all of the week content. So some of our lecturers release all of the content, so I have everything. Some of them don't. So for social psych, I've only got 2 weeks of content, and that is it. Research methods again is broken, but I've also got green, which colour coding did work for that one, didn't work for the other ones. I changed all of the slides. So they originally looked really ugly, really bad accessibility. I was gonna say I don't have vision problems, you can see my glasses case there, but I've got good enough vision. I cannot understand the slides. They're so badly organised. So basically I'm happy to spend, honestly, even just like an hour. I just spent copying and pasting all of the content from their slides onto my own prettier slides, because I can read this better and it makes more sense to me. And also a lot of the times when they put stuff in the notes, they don't actually talk about it in the pre-recorded content, so I've been copying and pasting the stuff they put in the notes onto slides as well, because if not, it doesn't get spoken about. So yeah, it's not really a method to the organisation, but I do think if your lecturers give you like a module guide, or they tell you what you're doing each week, make your own module guide so you know what you're doing. It's just nice. I like to be able to see that. And I've also got like not the spec, but the spec. Because there's not really a spec at uni, which is, yeah. But like for the journal entries that we've got, I've got like a page on what journal entries we have to write, what they're assessed on and what that means. So like one of them is like originality, breadth of materials and stuff like that. So I've written what that is and also how that means. What else do I do to organise? Nothing. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Leave it on repeat with ad block off so I can get more money. And then I can organise my money more. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully that was helpful. If it wasn't, you've probably got to this point anyway. You know my content's not going to be useful.